Colonel Vijay Kumar, a Veer Chakra awardee, who is sitting to my right. Colonel Vijay Kumar was commissioned in the Indian Army in 1984 and was posted in 2 Dogra Regiment. In less than 5 years of service, Colonel Vijay, as a young captain, was selected as the commander of a special task force for the Operation Ibex launched by the Indian Army in the Gyongla Glacier area in Siachen. Colonel Vijay displayed conspicuous courage and valor in the face of the enemy and was awarded Veer Chakra. Now, I request our distinguished guests to please share their experiences with you all. After listening to both the speakers, we will have questions from the students. Please keep your audio muted. Thanks. Brigadier Bawasam, may I request you to kindly share your experiences now, please. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. Hi, good morning to all of you. I am Brigadier Umesh Singh Bawa, Veer Chakra Sena Medal. I got this award of Veer Chakra when I was commanding my unit, 17 Jat, during the Kargil War in 1999. It was an honor for me to lead the battalion to war and come out victorious. You know, actually, when I was going towards war, I rang up my wife, who was that time staying with my children at Gurgaon. And I told her, actually, I was very excited that time, and I told her that I'm going to participate in war. I could, feel an uneasy calm in her voice when she came to know that I was going for war. Because, in war, you never know whether you will come back alive or you will be buried there itself. So I was lucky, and with God's grace, we came back with flying colors and came back alive. But I feel sad that during this war, it was a heavy price that we had to pay. I lost one officer, one JCO, and 34 other ranks. And I still carry that guilt that during my command that I lost so many people and I could not bring them back to their families. But, in war, you cannot achieve success without sacrifices. It was sacrifices of the soldiers that enabled us to defeat Pakistan army and drive them away from our areas. That is in short, and thereafter I'll answer whatever questions you have for me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now over to Colonel Vijayan, sir. Kindly share your experiences, please.
Good morning, namaskar, and greetings in whatever language you have to all of you. I am very happy to be here to see smiling faces across India. So it's my privilege here to be with you and share with you my experience of what happened. So in north of India, ahead of Leh, there is a place called Siachen Glacier. And in Siachen Glacier, you have a ridgeline on to the left as we proceed. That is on the west side, facing Pakistan. That is the area of dispute between India and Pakistan for over a period of time. Now, all these places, 90% of the places on Siachen Glacier, on top or on height, more than Pakistan, are held by India. So only at few places they have some posts which are higher than us. Otherwise, most of the places we have our posts which are very high. Now, in a gap in the central glacier and northern glacier, they brought in a team of few people who were firing artillery, acting as artillery observation post and bringing down fire on our supply lines and on our posts through a different area. So it was decided to launch an operation and have our team stationed on top of them and cause damage to their place. So I was selected with a team of about 20 people, and we were given a helicopter sorties of about uh, 40 sorties, and we launched this operation. We made a base on the highest area which is possible, and from there, where it was not possible to go by helicopter, it was another about a kilometer and a half, for which we had to open the route. I had experienced climbers with me, and we made a route through ice walls, very high mountain. And this place is about 22,000 feet. It's 0.6400. That is, you can understand what height. 6400 is in meters. So it is more than 21,000, and it is about 22,000 feet. Now, this height is above the ceiling limit of the helicopters we fly. So, I was there with my team, and on 16th or 17th of April, we were able to establish this post on top of this mountain, where we were dominating all the area of Pakistan in Chumik Glacier. Now, there my team was braving a very, very adverse weather, minus 50 degrees, winds of very high speed. And seeing this, then when we were sitting on top, we brought heavy fire onto Pakistan, and we caused a lot of damage, including the Chumik camp and in area of the ridges flowing down from that post. So on 30th of April, the Pakistanis tried to launch an attack from two sides to our post. In between, I had moved from the main post with about 4 people towards the western side facing Pakistan, and I occupied a place called Bomb, from where we were directly on top of one of their posts. So on 30th of April in the evening, they attacked us with the SSG commandos. SSG commandos is something like special services group. It is like our Indian Army has para commandos. They have special services group. So they attacked us on that small post, and we had 2 sentries at that time. One of my sentries took a burst on his chest, and his weapon had a cold arrest, so he could not fight. In between, I got up and I fired a rocket launcher, another rocket launcher, and my other team, who was taking rest at that time, was able to take position, and thereafter we stabilized the situation and we killed one officer and 11 other ranks, about 12 people. In this whole operation, if you see that we lost only one person, who was a sentry who got a chest, burst on the chest, and we killed 12 of them. So it was a very successful operation, and at the end of it, a lot of snowfall happened and blizzard. Those people who are living in that area, they know it or has seen that area in high mountains. They know blizzard is a kind of a snowstorm, and that blizzard continued for about 3 days. There was about 5 to 6 or 7 feet of snow at places. So the whole place was covered, but we were able to extricate our dead soldier and bring him to place where we could evacuate his body to the base. Now, this operation was terminated because of adverse conditions even faced by. It is only in the combat they lost 12 people, but Pakistanis had lost a lot others in the bombing. Like we had our Bofors gun, medium guns firing on them, and they had avalanches in which their camps were, wiped out. So they had a much larger damage than us. We also lost in an avalanche about 1-9. That is about 3 days after towards our side. So war has a cost, and we did it so well that all the 5 members of my team were decorated, 3 with Veer Chakras and 2 with Sena Medal. So this was a singular operation where we did wonders with a very, very small team. And later on, it was stabilized and flag meeting was held, and thereafter they had to go back from that area, and that threat was eliminated. So I had become a low medical category because of both my hands suffering frostbite and my feet suffering chilblains. So I was removed from the area of operation and brought into peace area where I recovered and got back to my unit after 1.5 years. I was decorated by Veer Chakra by the President of India, Shri R. Venkataraman. And I am so proud of myself that in adverse condition and in difficult terrain, very, very inhuman weather, I was able to deliver for my country and do something for my country, which makes me feel proud. Now, thereafter, I continued in my service and I commanded my unit, my battalion from 2002 to 2006. And thereafter, I took a premature retirement in 2008 because of my ailing mother. And that's what my story in brief is. So if you have any questions, we'll be ready to take them on and answer you. Over to Rahul.
Thank you, Colonel Vijayan sir and Brigadier Bawa sir. Now, Monica, can we take questions from the students? Okay, can you? Yeah.
First is Delhi, Rakhi Thakur.
Good morning, one and all present here. Myself, Rakhi, from class 12. I'm studying in Rajkiya Pratibha Vikas Vidyalaya, Delhi. So thanks to the real hero of our country, due to from them, I would like to ask two questions. First is that at what time and what did inspire you to be in army? And the second question I would like to ask that how we can increase the women participant in our army.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take on this question. First question was that what inspired me to join the armed forces? There were three things, which inspired me. One was the discipline of the forces. Second was the uniform. And third was, the respect that you get when you wear a uniform. These things early in my life when I was school, really inspired me because my brother was also in the army. When I was a young kid of 7 to 8 years old, I used to go and visit him. And the amount of salutes that he used to get and the discipline of the forces there really inspired me to join the armed forces. And I'll take on the second part of the question, that how can we increase the participation of women in our forces? To begin with, let me tell you, we had a batch of 20 NDA women cadets who passed out recently, from National Defense Academy. And we also have officers from other arms like ASC, Ordnance, Signals, EME, Engineers, Education, and Medical Corps who are recruited into the armed forces, and also the JAG branch, that is the legal branch of the army. And as far as the women soldiers are concerned, we have recruitment only at present in Corps of Military Police. And all these places, the women really are doing a very good job. Apart from this, we have in Navy and Air Force also where women can join. Now, how to increase the participation? In my view, we could increase the intake in NDA from maybe 20 to maybe 40, over a period of time. We could also, take women soldiers into other arms like ASC, Ordnance, Engineers, EME, and other, branches where we only take officers, women. So we could also, extend this to, recruiting women as soldiers also. So this is how I think we can increase the participation of women. I do not actually. Some people also say that we could also introduce them towards the combat arms, but I am slightly wary at this moment to commit myself and say that women should be also taken to combat arms. Probably yes, over a period of time when they have gelled in well with the organization, we could think of this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Colonel Vijayan, sir, would like to add on something? What motivated you to join
Yeah,
army?
as far as I'm concerned, my motivation mainly came from my father. Now, he named me as Vijayant. Vijayant, you all people can Google it, was one of the most formidable tank of Indian Army. And in 1971, it had done wonders for our nation when we fought Pakistan and on both the fronts and creation of Bangladesh. So this, my father was so inspired. The tank was already in the service that time. So, but he named me after that. So the first motivation came from my name itself. And secondly, I was studying there in Agra, where I used to see smart officers going on motorcycles to their uh, office and work, and the uniform and the attire and the way they conducted really inspired me. That is one part. Now, secondly, is how you can, enhance the women power in the army. Now, as Brigadier Bawa has brought out, there are a lot of places where there is scope. Today, women are required in huge number. Girls, especially with advent of technology, information warfare, what all you can do with computers and get knowledge, you can do add-on like air defense system. They require brain. We require brains for Indian Army. And as we are all aware that most of the girls, they contribute to a large power of this brain power. So I'm sure whenever you study and acquire knowledge, you are going to do something for your nation. So you already the process has started in Indian Army for inducting more
Correct.
and more, but in future, you'll get more opportunities in the kind of warfare you saw in Operation Sindhu. It was totally a technology battle, information warfare. You had drones, you had monitoring of even air target. So all these things are something, your surface to air missile, they all need technology input and people, driving that. It is not like in olden days, you take a sword and fight, or in modern warfare, you take a gun and fight. You can do wonders sitting in a room also. So there's a thing which is required, and I'm sure most of the girls will, most of you will come to army and do something for the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Korumallai Sai Kirthi from Andhra Pradesh. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sai Kirti from 9th standard, studying in PM Shri ZPHS plus Pennaluru and Andhra Pradesh, Krishna district. My question is, how does this Operation Sindoor show India's strength and preparedness? And what kind of message does this Operation Sindoor send to India's enemies?
Okay, I'll just take on these questions. That is about Operation Sindhur. Firstly, Operation Sindhur really displayed our indigenous technology in which BrahMos missiles were used, and whatever, we had Akash air defense systems which were used, and they were very effective in containing the enemy. Secondly, Operation Sandhur was a message to the adversaries that, we will not tolerate any terrorist activities in our soil. And if you do it again, the results will be worse. We went almost 300 kilometers inside and destroyed the enemy terrorist camps. Good about 150 terrorists were destroyed during the operations. And third message was, then don't mess with us. We are quiet and we are peace-loving people, but if you trouble us, then we will not leave you. Our response will be far greater than what you expect. And lastly, I also wish to say that all the while, during the Kargil war and beyond those years, Pakistan has always been saying that it's a nuclear power, and trying to blackmail us that if things go on get beyond control, they will use nuclear weapon against us. But this bluff was called off. He could not, even think of using a nuclear weapon on us, because he knows if he uses one, our retaliation will be so heavy that probably Pakistan may not exist in the map of the world. Thank you.
Think so?
Okay, adding on to what Brigadier Bawa has said, now in this entire operation warfare of Operation Sindoor, we had concentrated on targeting the terrorist camp and infrastructure in Pakistan. So when we go in for such an operation using our missiles, our aircraft, our air to surface and surface to surface missile, we are ready and prepared to fight the physical combat or the battle on the ground also. So we were all prepared. But the main aim was to destroy, Pakistan should feel the hurt when they do something stupid like Pahalgam. So our aim was basically to cause damages. It is only when they retaliated and tried to, attack some of our physical bases or army bases, that is the time we took on the targets on their army or the infrastructure. And you all know what all happened there. So the resolve is there, like what Brigadier Bawa said, don't mess with us, otherwise you will be obliterated from the map. Now, Pakistan as itself, you all know, is a failed state where they are, based on total lies, how they fool their people. In India, you have a technological prowess which is there. Like what I was reiterating earlier, where women and girls can contribute in huge numbers is by participating in the army capability of electronic warfare, your computers, your missile. Now you see the satellite images were available to us, what damage we caused. You all saw it on television. So that technological prowess exists with India. So that is where, our resolve is shown to them and how we can do better. Next time Pakistan does, we have not stopped Operation Sindoor, as you all know. Tomorrow they do something, Operation Sindoor will be further, boosted up again without listening or asking anybody. And our all armed forces, Air Force, Navy and Army, they are fully prepared for anything because we care for our people. We don't want our people to be. India as a country has never been an aggressor. Have you heard of any Indians going abroad to capture and take other people's territory? India doesn't believe in this. But we will defend. For a strong economy, you need a strong defense. So that is where the India's preparedness and resolve was shown. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bharti Chitagi from Goa.
Good morning, Bharti Chitagi, in standard 8th. I am from Sacred Heart High School, Goa. So my question is, why doesn't the Indian government, apart from schemes like Agni and Agnipath, take 1 year of compulsory training for college students, like Israel and South Korea, to build discipline, self-control, and patriotism?
A very good question. Even when I was in school, even I used to think, why not, have compulsory training for everyone in India? Because, it'll teach you discipline and, all those things. But actually, when I, grew older, I realized, it is a very difficult task for India to implement this compulsory training, military training for everyone. Israel and South Korea, they are, very small countries, and they have got threat from the neighbors about their own existence. That's why they require large number of people, conscripted into the forces. And in case of emergency, they could be used. Whereas India has a population of 140 crore, and we are a volunteer army. We have enough, volunteers already who are serving the Indian Army to protect our territories. And also, for having compulsory military training for everyone will involve huge infrastructure, large number of instructors, large number of training facilities, which will be, very cost intensive for a growing economy like India. That's why perhaps the government has never, thought on those lines. And although if you want to inculcate discipline in yourself, all depends upon you. You are in a school, stay disciplined. There are Boy Scouts and NCC which you can join and inculcate discipline in your own life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hirodam Shikara Devi from Manipur. Sorry if I have pronounced your name wrongly.
My name is Vidwan Satya Devi. I'm studying in class 8 at Gari Upper Primary School, Imphal West, Manipur. My question is, how do you balance discipline and emotion in difficult times?
Okay, Rodi, very nice question you have. How do ordinary people show courage and bravery in normal life? You stand for whatever is correct. If somebody asks you to do a wrong thing or violates you, you stand up to that and don't allow anybody else to violate your rights or your particular. So you stand up to what is right. If somebody is asking you to steal, don't do it. Show bravery. No, I will not do it. Somebody violates your personal space, do not allow it. Firstly. Secondly, bravery is, something when you are standing in adverse condition. There is a lot of adverse situation which comes in everybody's life. Like even everyone faces a lot of, if you see something wrong being done to any of your neighbors or a child, stand up for that person and show bravery in not allowing that perpetrator to get away. So that is one place where you can do bravery. And what does courage mean? Courage is same, standing in adverse condition, keeping your mind cool and taking a right decision. So courage is something, situation will be there. There, everybody faces situation. But at that situation, how you react, either you can run away or you stand up and fight. When you stand up and fight, result will be same. If something has to happen, even if you run, you will face the same consequence. If you stand up and fight, the courage will be the thing in yourself which will change that adverse situation. So my take on this is how you show bravery is stand up to what is right. And secondly, discipline. In your school, you have teachers, students, they inculcate you right from everyday morning coming and wishing people. So those things which are created in your training, studying with your, doing your, at this moment, your job is to study. But at the same time, don't allow anybody else to violate your personal. Okay,
Thank you, sir. Balancing discipline and emotions.
Yeah, I will answer the next questions. That how do you balance the discipline and emotions in the real war situations? I'll just give you example. During the Kargil war, uh, in the month of May, initially when my troops attacked a feature, we were told actually, there were very few, 3 or 4 militants who have come inside, and there was not enough information available to us. And as I set on to attack that feature, there were about 7 medium machine guns which fired at my troops. I lost 1 JCO and 5 other ranks there itself, and about 12 other ranks were very badly, severely injured. When I came to know about the casualties and the failure of my first attack, I was actually very emotional, and did not know what hit us. So, but I had to balance, in front of my men, I had to show a brave courage that, okay, whatever wrong has happened. Now we will be more careful, learn from our mistakes, and we will go in for a better plan of attack. So thereafter, I took 2 weeks to send my patrols all over the area and found out the weak spots of the enemy. So that was my discipline, which told me to do this. I had controlled my emotions, although I felt bad, but I had controlled my emotions, and I saw and show aggression towards the enemy in my next attack. And the next attack was done with full planned operations, and we were successful in that. So discipline and emotions have to be balanced. You can't be emotional in front of your troops during war. But a discipline will teach you. Yes, you can, show your emotion in private, but not in front of your troops. And discipline will teach you how to go for the right approach and go for offensive action. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Parth Badial from Jammu and Kashmir.
नमस्कार, जय हिंद। मैं पार्थ बडियाल, डिस्ट्रिक्ट किश्तवाड़, जम्मू और कश्मीर से आप सभी का अभिवादन करता हूं। सबसे पहले मैं आप सभी गैलेंट्री अवार्डी को देश के प्रति आपके अद्वितीय साहस और योगदान के लिए आपको नमन करता हूं। मेरा आपसे निवेदन है कि मैं आपसे एक प्रश्न पूछना चाहूंगा। मेरा प्रश्न है कि क्या गैलेंट्री अवार्ड सिर्फ फौजियों को ही दिए जाते हैं या एक आम आदमी को भी मिल सकता है? और क्या गैलेंट्री अवार्ड सिर्फ युद्ध काल में ही दिया जा सकता है या शांति काल में किसी विशेष साहसिक कार्य के लिए भी मिल सकता है? धन्यवाद, जय हिंद।
ओके पार्थ, आपका क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छा है। आपने ये पूछा कि देखो, जैसे पहले कल राहुल ने बताया था कि 2 तरह के अवार्ड होते हैं। एक होते हैं वॉर टाइम अवार्ड, जिसमें परमवीर चक्र, महावीर चक्र, वीर चक्र, ये दुश्मन के साथ किसी लड़ाई में दिए गए पुरस्कार होते हैं। इसके अलावा पीस टाइम में भी, जैसे हिंदुस्तान इस समय आप देख रहे हो सारे में, खासतौर पे जम्मू कश्मीर में आपने खूब देखा होगा, और बाकी एरियाज में भी, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी है, कहीं कहीं पहले पंजाब में भी हुआ, जहां पर देश के खिलाफ जो है कुछ तत्व ऐसे होते हैं जो देश को बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं और उनको बाहर से स्पॉन्सर किया जाता है। उस समय के अवार्ड जो है अशोक चक्र, कीर्ति चक्र, शौर्य चक्र, सेना मेडल, ये सब दिए जाते हैं। अब आप पूछ रहे हैं कि फौज में तो दिए जाते हैं, फौज, एयरफोर्स, नेवी, सबको मिलते हैं, आम आदमी को भी मिल सकता है? हाँ, मिल सकता है। आम आदमी भी अगर लड़ाई काल में अपनी सेना के साथ खड़ा हुआ, कुछ ऐसा कार्य करता है, तो उसको भी लड़ाई वाले अवार्ड मिल सकते हैं। ऐसे कुछ उदाहरण भी हैं। मैं चाहूंगा कि बाद में जो है आपको इसके बारे में बता दिया जाए। कुछ हैं ऐसे एग्जाम्पल जो लड़ाई में भी लोगों को दिए गए। पीस टाइम में आप देखोगे, पीस टाइम में मिले हैं लोगों को। पीस टाइम में पंजाब में काफी लोगों को मिले हैं। इवन जम्मू कश्मीर में भी जो साधारण इंसान है, उन्होंने आतंकवादियों के साथ ऐसी बहादुरी दिखाई है कि उनसे डरे नहीं। तो और उनको नुकसान पहुंचाया है, उनको पीस टाइम में भी वैसे अवार्ड दिए जाते हैं जो वीरता के पदक होते हैं। तीसरी बात जो है, देखो आप हमेशा याद रखना, आई एम टेलिंग फॉर ऑल चिल्ड्रन who are going to grow up, everybody who has come to this earth is going to die, everybody including you, me, everyone. जो पैदा हुआ है उसने जाना है, लेकिन बहादुरी कहाँ आती है? जब आपको पता है जाना है। अब भारत का एक सिपाही जब शान से अपने देश के लिए बलिदान करके लौटता है, उसका जो है बॉडी है वो नेशनल फ्लैग में लिपट के आती है। सड़क पे बस से गिर गए, ऑटो का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, लैंडस्लाइड आ गई, पानी में बह गए, वो कोई मौत नहीं होती। जाना सबने, ये आपका जिस तरह से जाना है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो अगर आप लड़ते लड़ते अपने देश के लिए कुछ करके मरते हैं तो वो एक बलिदान होता है और उसकी जो है उसके लिए पुरस्कार भी मिलता है। तो ये आप जो अपने मन में याद रखिए, वीरता जो है आप दिखाएंगे जब आप अपने आप को मजबूत बनाएंगे। मजबूत कैसे बनाएंगे? ट्रेनिंग अच्छी करेंगे, पढ़ेंगे, लिखेंगे, अपने को फिजिकली फिट रखेंगे, अपने टीचर से ज्ञान प्राप्त करेंगे, वहां से शुरू होती है ट्रेनिंग। ये ट्रेनिंग जब ऐसी एडवर्स सिचुएशन आ जाती है तब आपको ये सब काम करने के लिए प्रेरित करती है और आप कर जाते हैं। मेरा यही आपको जवाब है इसका। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Parth. I hope you have got your answer correct.
I have a point for Parth.
Yeah.
Parth, you are from Kishtawad. So Kishtawad Doda say there is a person named Purushottam Kumar. उन्हें शौर्य चक्र मिला है. So you can read about him on Gallantry Awards portal.
या किश्तवाड़ में
He's
वहां
a
पर
civilian.
काम कर चुका हूँ। किश्तवाड़ में मैंने देखा वो एरिया, किश्तवाड़
Yes, sir.
उधर।
चुनीलाल जी फ्रॉम
हाँ,
किश्तवाड़।
राष्ट्रीय राइफल में मैंने काम किया है किश्तवाड़ में, और किश्तवाड़ के नॉर्थ में भी आप चले जाएं, वहां से अनंतनाग के लिए रास्ता चला जाता है। ईस्ट में चले जाए तो आप चंबा की तरफ चले जाते हैं। और किश्तवाड़ इटसेल्फ आज तक भी, अभी कुछ दिन पहले ही मैंने सुना था वहां पे ऑपरेशन हुआ था और लोग मारे गए थे। ये आतंकवादी ऐसे इलाके ढूंढते हैं जहां पर फौज जो है ये फौज को परेशान कर सके। लेकिन जैसे बताया कि ऐसे लोगों को मिला है जो ऐसी परिस्थिति में लड़े हैं, तो ऐसी बात नहीं, सबको मिल सकता है पुरस्कार।
मैं एक और चीज ऐड करूंगा इसके अंदर। JNK के अंदर ही एक लेडी थी रुखसाना कसूर, उसके घर के अंदर टेररिस्ट आ गए थे और उसने एक दाह से उन टेररिस्ट से मुकाबला किया और उसको मारा अपनी फैमिली को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, और उसको इस चीज के लिए कीर्ति चक्र दिया गया था। दूसरा आपको एग्जांपल देता हूं अबाउट जो मुंबई में ये अटैक हुआ था, टेररिस्ट अटैक 9/11, हाँ 26/11। तो उसमें एक पुलिस ऑफिसर था जिसको अशोक चक्र मिला और उसका नाम था तुकाराम ओमले। तो सिविलियंस को भी अवार्ड मिलते हैं अगर उन्होंने कोई अच्छा काम किया हो। थैंक यू।
और पार्थ, नाउ जस्ट एडिंग ऑन टू दैट, जैसा कि कर्नल विजन ने ऑलरेडी बताया कि गैलेंट्री, वीरता जहां भी दिखाई जाएगी, वीरता जहां भी जिस रूप में भी दिखाई जाएगी, अगर वो किसी भी तरह से तारीफ के काबिल है और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की नज़र में आता है तो उसे उस वीरता के अनुसार उसे कोई न कोई पदक जरूर मिल जाता है। और हमारे पास शौर्य चक्र है, कीर्ति चक्र है, अशोक चक्र है। इनके बारे में आप जानना चाहें अगर तो गैलेंट्री अवार्ड्स पोर्टल आप टाइप कीजिएगा गूगल पे, जो हमारा पोर्टल है, इसमें आपको कीर्ति चक्र, अशोक चक्र और शौर्य चक्र के जितने भी हैं वो सभी नॉट इन द फेस ऑफ एनिमी जिसे कहते हैं, मतलब दुश्मन के खिलाफ नहीं बल्कि नॉट इन द फेस ऑफ द एनिमी जो वीरता दिखाई जाती है उसमें सिविलियंस को भी अवार्ड मिलता है। Have we answered your question, Parth?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Okay. Next.
Thank you, sir.
Next is Manpreet Kaur from Punjab.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes. Yes.
First of all, good afternoon to each and everyone present here. I'm left from Gosira, State Punjab, District Firozpur. It's truly an honor and privilege for me to be in your presence today. First of all, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you for receiving such a prestigious honor. I have always been inspired by the stories of bravery and selfless service shown by our armed forces. My question to you is, what is the biggest challenge an officer faces in real situations, and how do you see the future generation contributing to the nation?
Okay, I'll take on these questions. Firstly, what is the biggest challenge that an officer faces in real combat situations? I'll give you my example. When I was leading my battalion during the Kargil war, the biggest, challenge was how to motivate these guys to and tell them go up and capture that peak where enemy is occupying, and he knows the sure reward for this act will be death in front of the bullets that are flying. But our soldiers still do it. Why do they do it? Because our officers lead them from the front. Whereas Pakistani, officers don't lead them from the front. They are behind and they send the soldiers ahead. So the real situations, real, challenge is asking a soldier to go sacrifice his life for the nation, but he does it. And this comes not, just in 2 months or 3 months. I was in this battalion as a second lieutenant, and I got all my ranks in this battalion and stayed with my troops for 20 years. And 20 years when I become the commanding officer, these men knew me very well, and I knew each one of them very well. This is the rapport and the bond between the leaders and the led, which has to be very strong. The led must have confidence in you, and this comes over a period of time. And that is how, you are able to win wars. Secondly, how future generations, and can contribute towards the nation building, and how can students, participate in this. Firstly, the future generations, they can uh, contribute towards technology. You don't have to join army or become a politician to serve the nation. There are many ways you can do that. You can, have a good startup, which we have started off. Today, we are going for chip manufacturing, and we need talent for that. You can go in for those, things. Today, AI, artificial intelligence, we are trying to create our own, things. You can go and contribute towards that. Science and technology, many research programs are there where you can participate towards the nation building. And as a student, let me tell you, the most important thing as a student is your discipline. Be disciplined, obey the rules, and be helpful to others. This is what will make you a good citizen of India. So as a student, I give you an example. When my daughter was going to the first class, the principal asked me, interviewed me, and he said, "What do you expect from your daughter and from your school, from the school, for your daughter?" I gave her one answer. I want her to become a good citizen of India. A good citizen doesn't believe in caste and creed and discrimination. A good citizen will never get involved in religious, condemnation of each other. So become a good citizen, and that is how a good student should be. Thank you.
Thank you for
Next.
sharing your time, wisdom, and great experiences, sir. Once again, my deepest respect and congratulations to you. The interaction will remain in one of the most memorable experiences of my life. Once again, thank you so much. The entire nation salutes you. Thank you.
God bless
Thank
you.
you.
God bless you, Manpreet. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Manpreet.
sir.
Next is Bhagat Shilpi Kumari from Daman and Diu, Dadar Nagar Haveli. Bhagat, unmute yourself. Bhagat, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Silpi Kumari Bhagat, a student of class 9 from Government High School English Medium Nani Daman. It is truly an honor for me to get this opportunity to interact with a real hero of our nation. With great respect, I would now like to ask my question. How have our armed forces evolved over the time compared to when you were in the army?
Okay, how you want to know how army has evolved over a period of time when we joined? Yes,
Yes,
when
sir.
we joined, the infrastructure in various areas was not so developed. The weapon and equipment we had were quite bulky and heavy. As we have advanced over a period of time, the infrastructure of accommodation, infrastructure of our transportability of equipment and heavier vehicle has vastly improved. The equipment that earlier on the even the telephone line was man-made, land laid, and it was a very laborious work. Today you have a very high technology radio sets which are available. Even your handheld equipment, your mobile, similar to mobile, the communication range is available to each one of us. So that drastically changes the situation of a soldier. He is equipped with a better equipment, with a better firearm, and with a better infrastructure. So he's going like I have heard in 62, 63, I was not there. In China war, they had bolt action rifle, 303. Now there's only one round. You used to fill it up and fire. So that kind of power was not there. Today, automatic fires are there. You have grenade launchers, which are, which can fire grenades. You have handheld rocket launchers. Earlier on, bazooka was there, which was not so accurate and stable. Today, we have the best quality of weapons, best quality. Today, we have drones. Like you see, uh, each infantry battalion is also having drone platoon where they are using drones. So they are being trained for future warfare, and the quality of our equipment, weapon improves every day. So that is where it makes you, capable to handle difficult situations. So army has evolved. The pay structure was also not very good. Today the pay structure is one of the best. So the people who join, uh, in entire India, no other service gets a pension. It is only armed forces, army, navy, and air force. There, people are going to get pension. No one else gets pension because they join and they do such a noble work for rest of the life for everybody. So it is a very, very noble profession where you have evolved into. It is not that we were very good and today the new soldiers and new officers are not good. They are very good, very capable. Some of the best minds are coming to army. So I want all of you, best one, to join army because you are going to do for your country. Who else will do? The people are not going to come from Bangladesh and do your work. No, you have to do your own work. And when you do your work, at this time, the most important thing for each student is to study. listen to your teachers, get trained by them, acquire knowledge, and be prepared to join a glorious organization called Army or Armed Forces. Thank you.
I'll like to add few more points to this. You know, what has evolved over a period compared to when you were in the army. The first is the creation of the post of CDS, Chief of Defense Staff. You must have heard General Bipin Rawat was the first CDS who was appointed in the Ministry of Defense. Second is cyber defense agencies have been created. And we also have Defense Space Agency, which is, working towards the space warfare. We are also going in for establishing the theater commands, where all in Army, Navy, and Air Force will be integrated into one command for jointness and better response. Next is the drone warfare. Drone warfare has actually come up in a very big way. In our time, there were no drones. There were hardly any surveillance mode. Today, drones have become a very potent weapon. And if you all know that we are also planning to, manufacture drones with help of Israel, who are going to give us technology, and very soon our borders, will be full of drones. Like the colonel had already said that we have also had a drone platoon in each infantry battalion. Today, we also have AI-based surveillance. In our time, the surveillance was basically from, human mankind. Today, we have AI-based surveillance systems which can give you real-time information about the enemy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next is Saloni Kumari from Bihar.
नमस्कार मैम, मैं सलोनी कुमारी कक्षा 7वीं की छात्रा गवर्नमेंट मिडिल स्कूल हरिहरपुर हाजीपुर वैशाली बिहार। मान्यवर, मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि वीर गति प्राप्त सैनिकों की कहानियों को स्कूलों की किताबों में कैसे शामिल किया जा सकता है ताकि हम बच्चे वीर सैनिकों से प्रेरणा ले सके।
सलोनी, आपने बड़ा अच्छा प्रश्न किया है कि क्या हम ऐसे वीर गति प्राप्त सैनिकों की पुस्तकों में विवरण दे सकते हैं। आपने देखा होगा ऑलरेडी आपकी किताब में वीर अब्दुल हमीद और बहुत से अन्य सैनिक जो बहुत अच्छा काम कर चुके हैं, पर इस समय आपकी नॉलेज के लिए ये ऐसी सब चीजें अवेलेबल हैं और कई सारे ऐसे लोगों को इंक्लूड किया गया है। तो ये कि सबको नहीं किया जा सकता है। वीरगति, इतने सारे लोग वीरगति को प्राप्त हुए हैं, तो आपकी किताब इस समय आपको एक्वायर करनी है नॉलेज, और नॉलेज के लिए पढ़ाई के सब सब्जेक्ट करने हैं। लेकिन ये सही बात है, कुछ सैनिकों को हर साल जो है ऐड किया जाना चाहिए, पर एक हद तक। देखिए, सिर्फ वीरगति प्राप्त करने से बहादुरी नहीं होती है। बहादुरी होती है आपको दुश्मन को मारना है, अपने आप नहीं मरना है, अपने आप कम मरना है। जब जरूरत होगी, देखो सिचुएशन आएगी, आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो, लेकिन बहादुरी जो है आप जिंदा रह के भी कर सकते हो। ऐसा नहीं है कि बहादुरी के लिए मरना जरूरी। जो इंस्पायरिंग एक्शन है, जहां पर लोगों ने अपनी जान की परवाह नहीं की और काम किया और देश के लिए इतना बड़ा बलिदान दिया, वो भी बहुत जरूरी है, उनके बारे में बताया जाता है। लेकिन इतने सारे लोगों को टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं शामिल किया जा सकता। आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में जो कुछ प्रोमिनेंट लोग हैं उनके बारे में बताया गया, जब साधन नहीं थे उनके पास, जब उनके पास इस तरह की चीजें नहीं थी जो आज हैं, तो प्रेरणा आपको मिलेगी, प्रेरणा आपको मिलेगी, आप खुद काम करोगे। इस समय सबसे जरूरी चीज है आपको पढ़ाई करना, नॉलेज गेन करना सब्जेक्ट्स की, ताकि आप कंट्रीब्यूट कर सको। आप पढ़ो और काबिल बनो और आप अपने देश के लिए कुछ करो। इज देयर एनीथिंग एल्स यू वांट टू ऐड?
मैं एक सजेशन देना चाहता हूं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन को कि जो आपका सवाल है कि किस तरह से हम इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं, कर्नल साहब ने बिल्कुल सही बोला कि सबको तो नहीं इंक्लूड कर सकते, पर एक तरीका मैं बताता हूँ जिसमें काफ़ी लोग इंक्लूड हो सकते हैं। क्योंकि मेरे को याद है जब हम स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, हमारे टाइम में एक छोटी सी पतली सी किताब होती थी, मॉरल साइंस। उसमें छोटी छोटी स्टोरीज होती थी, 2 पेज की, जिसमें लास्ट में एक मॉरल लेसन दिया जाता था कि भाई तुमको सच बोलना चाहिए। एक स्टोरी होगी जिसमें बोलेंगे कि तुमको डिसिप्लिन होना चाहिए, ऐसे। तो मैं ये रिकमेंड करता हूँ कि 6th 7th 8th 9th क्लास के लिए ये छोटी सी बुकलेट जिसमें सिर्फ 5 स्टोरीज हों वीर गाथा की, वो 6th में अलग, 7th में अलग, 8th में अलग, 9th में अलग, 5-5 स्टोरीज भी अगर आप पढ़ोगे तो आपको कम से कम 20 स्टोरीज वीर गाथाओं की मिल जाएगी। और ये छोटी सी किताब होनी चाहिए, बिल्कुल पतली सी, जिसमें 2-2 पेज की स्टोरी होनी चाहिए, उससे ज्यादा बड़ी नहीं, जो कि आप सब पढ़ें और इससे अपना ज्ञान प्राप्त करें। थैंक यू।
इसके अलावा सलोनी वी
you,
हैव,
sir.
पहले भी मैंने बताया था, गैलेंट्री अवार्ड्स पोर्टल जो है, आप सभी बच्चे ज़रूर से उसको देखें, और उसमें आपको सबसे पहले तो 21 परमवीर चक्र हैं, उसमें जो डिटेल्स हैं उनके उनके बारे में पढ़िए। जैसा कि कर्नल साहब ने बताया, भाई सब लोगों को तो नहीं मिल सकता, लेकिन जो परमवीर चक्र हैं, महावीर चक्र हैं, वीर चक्र हैं, वो सारी डिटेल्स गैलेंट्री अवार्ड पोर्टल पे आपको मिल जाएंगे। ठीक, थैंक यू। नेक्स्ट।
So I have
Thank
a
you, sir.
point. NCERT has already started this. NCERT ने ऑलरेडी ये चीज़ स्टार्ट कर दी है, एंड उन्होंने एक चैप्टर पूरा का पूरा परमवीर चक्र अवॉर्डीज पे लिख दिया है। वो हमारी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है यूएसआई, दैट हैज वर्कड ऑन दैट. We have properly compiled a chapter on Paramveer Chakra awardees and send it to them.
जैसा कि मोनिका मैडम ने बताया, अभी लेटेस्ट परमवीर चक्र के बारे में ऑलरेडी एनसीईआरटी ने स्टार्ट कर दिया है। तो धीरे धीरे ये चीज़ें भी आपकी डेली की एजुकेशन सिस्टम में शामिल हो रही हैं, जो कि बहुत अच्छी बात है। नेक्स्ट, थैंक यू।
Next is Harshita Sharma from Himachal.
Jai Hind everyone. Myself Harshita Sharma, currently studying in class 12 in PM Shri Government Utkrish Girls Senior Secondary School, Rampur Bushahar, Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. My question is, I want to become an army officer and serve my country. So can you please guide me through the process and requirement so that I could achieve such type of award as you? Thank you.
Okay, now this is process you want to join as army officer. Now, at this moment is for you to study. As I see, you are in class 12. You are looking for an option now. After 12th, there is an option for you to join National Defense Academy. That is a exam from where you can go to various other services like Army, Navy, Air Force. You become a cadet, and thereafter you are given a choice, and you are given that particular service. After this, now the next one is after your graduation. That is when you complete your graduation, you can apply for Army, Indian Military Academy, Navy, Indian Naval Academy, Air Force, Indian Air Force Academy. So now once you do the exam, you go to the site of the Army, you will find how you can join. Apart from that, there is a NCC entry which is there after graduation. You have a NCC certificate, you can join from there. So these are the various entries which are available, and you have to work hard, study. Like I told you, not only this is a normal entry, but if you want to go for technology, there Army Institute of Technology, where you go in as and train it for, you give a technical education of bachelor's degree in engineering, and B you can do from there. Like you want to go for medical, there's a Army Medical Corps, and you can go for FMC. So there are various other arms from where you can also apply. So you have to study hard there, and get into these competitions. everybody cannot become army officer. To become an army officer, you have to work hard and acquire knowledge, be competitive enough, and keep yourself physically fit to join such an elite organization. And thereafter, once you join, either you join as officers or you join as other ranks, or you do exceptionally well in sports and army can take you, become a champion of the world and army will take you. So there are various ways you can go to any of the army site. How can you even type a Google question? How can I join army? It will give you so much of information. But only thing is you have to prepare at this moment. You study hard, do your class 12 and appear for these competitive exams. You will make it.
And Harshita, just to add on to that, like we have a very good system now. Once you do your law, LLB, you can join as a lady officer here in the armed forces, right? And that is one. And secondly, just you also asked about how can I achieve such an award? Now, इसके लिए मैं एक ही चीज कहूँगा, कर्मण्येवादे कारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. तो आप कर्म करें. And the moment you do your good karma, good duty, good, these things come, you are not working for an award. You are doing your karma, you are doing your duty in the army, navy, or air force. And as and when the situation arises, you do it such brilliantly, automatically, out of your training, out of your motivation and love and everything for the country, that it becomes a glorious thing in your life. And when that glorious things happens in your life, then you get recognized. How do you get recognized? By getting an award, right? Thank you. Next to Brigadier Bawase, if you'd like to add something.
Yeah, one more thing I'll just like to add. There is a technical entry scheme also, after 12th, if you have physics, chemistry, maths, and you have scored more than 70% in 3 of them, then you can go for technical entry scheme, in which you will be made to do a BE in the army, by the army itself, and maybe in Pune or maybe in Mau or any other place, and CME, 3 places, Sikandrabad, Pune and Mau, where you can do 3 years of your Bachelor of Engineering and join the armed forces. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Arshita.
Next is Akanksha Vishwanath from Daman and Diu, Dadar Nagar Haveli.
Hello, sir. Namaste. I am Akanksha Dubey from CPS Naroli English Medium, representing UT Administration of DNH and DD. Sir, I want to ask that how did the coordinated efforts of all 3 services during Operation Sindoor exemplify the strength of One India, One Force? And what message did Operation Sindoor sends to the world and India's adversaries about the country's resolve and capacity? Thank you.
Okay, now 3 services, how did they combine together and operate it? Like you see important air operations where we fired from air to surface missiles and we hit targets in each of the places where terrorists were there. So those infrastructure was destroyed. The Army Air Defense System was looking for enemy aircrafts coming into or enemy missiles coming, and we the Army anti-aircraft or air defense system worked in that. Navy, you saw, Navy went to south of Karachi, and from there they attacked various places by missiles into Karachi port, Karachi hub of their army. So all 3 services, targets were given to them. All 3 combined and operated. So BrahMos, the missile system, it was for BrahMos, for those who do not know much about it, it is the fastest missile which is there, and cruise missile. It is the fastest cruise missile of the world. We are #1 in the world in BrahMos with this weapon. So all 3 system or space satellite imagery which was available to us, aircraft pilots which went, what kind of coordination was there? And then the whole nation was there. So a whole lot of all these three services, they work together as one, because Indian armed forces are for India. So whether be in army, navy, air force, whatever they can do, did it in small. It was a very short warfare, but had it continued longer, you could have seen more participation from each of the three arms. So India has one force, one army, and one country. So we operate all together, and it's a jointmanship which works. So that is the part one. Part two, Brigadier Bawal will say.
Okay, the part two is, what message did Operation Sindoor send to the world and India's adversaries about the country's resolve and capacity? You know, the message was very clear. This Operation Sindoor was very short and swift, operation. Just lasted for 4 days. And we achieved our aims, and we, finished the war in a very short time. It is very easy to start the war, but very difficult to, finish this. You will see Russia, Ukraine fighting for years together, and are not able to finish this war. You've seen Israel and Hamas in Gaza fighting for a number of years, still not able to finish this war. But India finished it within 4 days, because our aim was to hit the terrorist targets and not the country. The country, of course, they hit us and we answered them back without losing much. On our side, we finished the war and achieved our aims. So the message that India gave to the world was, if you want to finish the war, learn from India, firstly, how to finish the war. Secondly, our indigenous BrahMos and Akash defense systems really proved their worth during the war. And third, like I said before, don't mess with us. We are a peace-loving country, but if you mess with us, our reaction will be bolder and unsustainable in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Akanksha. Next is Prachi Mishra from Andaman and Nicobar. Has Prachi Mishra joined? I think so. Next is Ananya from Haryana. Ananya from Haryana. Next is Mugdha Shah from Tripura.
A very good afternoon, each and everyone present here. Myself, Mugdha Shah of class 9 from Udaipur English Medium Higher Secondary School, representing my Gomuti district of Tripura. First of all, it's my pleasure that today, in front of all of you, I'm getting a chance to interact with gallantry awardees in the platform VeerGatha 5.0. Now, my question is how we, as students, can contribute in Vikshit Bharat 2047.
Okay, the question you asked is how we can contribute to Viksit Bharat 47. Now,
Yes, sir.
First of all, as a student, at this moment, the biggest contribution you can do is by studying hard, acquiring knowledge. Once you acquire knowledge and talent and keep yourself physically fit, you are going to do, and whatever, be capable to join any good institute or institution to acquire more knowledge, be it engineering, be it medical, be it veterinary, be it, computers, any field. Firstly, acquire knowledge, be capable. And whatever work and place you join, be honest, have an integrity to your country. do everything which does good for the country. Once you have that feeling inside you, you are contributing to Viksit Bharat 47. There are people to guide your economic policy or other things. But as a student from now, you start acquiring knowledge, be competitive, be prepared to come to new things, try and create new invention. Even if you do some work in a business environment, be honest, contribute your taxes, do good for the country. Anything you join, if you are with the integrity for the country, you are contributing to Viksit Bharat 47. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mugdha. Now, from Assam, we have Dipjoy Paul.
Good morning to all the dignitaries present here. I am Dibja Pal, studying in 12th standard at VeerGatha Public Higher Secondary School, District Tinsukia. I am representing the state of Assam. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to be a part of the special webinar and to have the opportunity to interact with our gallantry awardees. Your extraordinary courage, unwavering dedication, and selfless service to our nation truly exemplify the highest ideals of patriotism and sacrifice. Meeting you today is an inspiring experience for students like us to uphold our values of bravery, integrity, and responsibility in our own lives. So, for this webinar, I would like to ask questions. My question is, could you share your personal experience that inspired you through your journey? And what has been your proudest moment while pursuing your passion? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll just share my personal experience during the Kargil war. That was the most important, event that happened in my life, and it is very close to my heart. You see, this war was fought in a very, very difficult terrain and very challenging terrain. The height was almost about 16,000 feet. One could barely, walk on those heights. The mountains were barren without any vegetation. There was lack of oxygen. And a physical fitness of a soldier who used to carry 25 kgs on his back was reduced to almost 15 kgs, almost 50% less. So those were the difficult times, that we, in spite of that, we achieved success during war. There was not enough oxygen to breathe. The water was scarce. It was only available on top, where we could melt the ice and drink little water. And most of the heights were with Pakistanis. In spite of all those difficulties, we were able to throw them out from our territory. My hats off to our Jawans and junior leaders who led them through this war and achieved what was impossible to achieve. So this was one of my proudest moments, which, gave me Veer Chakra personally. My battalion won on-the-spot unit citation from Chief of Army Staff. We won Battle Honor Mashko, Theatre Honor Kargil during this war, and in total we won 41 awards, gallantry awards, which include 1 Mahavir Chakra, 4 Veer Chakras, 6 Sena medals, 20 mention in dispatches, and 10 Chief of Army Staff commendation cards. One of the highest awards any unit has got in an operation. Thank you.
That's a wonderful achievement, Deepjoy. I hope you understand the kind of glory it brings to the regiment when you are fighting for the country and getting finally awarded with so many awards. Over to Colonel Vijayan sir would like to add something.
Okay, now you said personal experience which, inspired your journey. Now, thing is, when you join army, you prepare for war. You keep yourself physically fit. You are good on weapon. You are craving for an opportunity to excel in the war. And fortunately for me, I took part in operation. Not everybody gets opportunity, but yes, I faced a life situation, and from where I was evacuated back with frostbite in my hand and chilblains both feet. My proudest moment of that was when I was in evacuated from Leh to Chandigarh and then to Delhi, and I was in Army Hospital, Delhi. My father came to visit me, and his words are the ones which is for my personal experience biggest. Award or no award, award came much later. He said, "I am proud of you." And any parents, they don't uh, encourage this way and say, "I'm very proud of you" and all. But my father was more miser with words. He would never appreciate me. But that is one time he said when I was in the hospital with bandages and all, intravenous flow. He said, "I am very proud of you." He's no more in this world now, but I think that was the proudest moment for me in my life. Even I later got Veer Chakra, I did so many other things, but that was one very proudest moment for me. Thank you.
Very truly said, sir. Parents are parents, and the word of encouragement from them is a truly acceptable honor. Next.
Next is Fatima Zahir from Ladakh. Fatima from Ladakh.
Fatima Zahra. Fatima Zahra from Ladakh, are you there?
Next is Unisha Subha from Sikkim. Unisha
Good
Subha,
afternoon, sir.
Sikkim.
Good afternoon, sir, and greetings present here. My name is Yunisha Subba, a student of PMC Government Girls Senior Secondary School, Deorali, representing Gangtok District, Sikkim. I'm currently studying in class 12, and it is truly an honor for me to be interacting with you, and I feel truly privileged to be asking you a question. Sir, my question to you would be, as we all know that the life shoulder comes with many hardships at the border. What was it that kept you motivated to continue serving your nation despite facing all of
So once again, Fatima, just wait. I'll again call up your name, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'll answer this question that, despite of so many hardships, what keeps you motivated and continuing to serve the nation despite these challenges? What
Yes, sir.
motivates us to serve in those difficult areas is the love for the country, the love for our national flag, the love for our regiment, and the love for our people who are behind, staying in various cities of India. It is their love and affection that motivates us, that my people are behind me. My people will support me during all the crisis moments of the country. And my, advice to all of you is, if a soldier is standing there tight, ready to give his life for the defense of the nation and defense of his people, we as people also should become, capable of such sacrifices which our soldiers give. Therefore, become a good citizen of India, law-abiding citizen of India, and love each other and get away from these, caste, creed, religious divide, which some of the people try to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Next is Fatima from Ladakh. Fatima, ask your question.
Kargil, you take on. Hey.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible,
Yes.
ma'am?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, respected sir. Good afternoon, respected ma'am and everyone. I am Fatima Zahra from PMC Government High School, Kargil, Ladakh. I'm extremely thankful for this opportunity to interact with such a great, distinguished individuals like you. So, sir, as I'm from Kargil, so my questions are about Kargil War in 1999. So, what were the main challenges faced by the Indian Army in the harsh and cold climate of Ladakh during the Kargil War in 1999?
So the main challenges during the
Yes.
war was, it was a high altitude area with devoid of any vegetation and with very less oxygen content in that area. And these were the, and little oxygen to breathe. These were the very harsh conditions there. And our movements could be watched by the enemy who was sitting on top, and we were all down below. There was one road which was carrying, our this rations and ammunition, which was connecting Kargil, Leh, and Srinagar through Zojila Pass. That was being interdicted by the enemy fire. So these were the very tough conditions, when we fought this war. And but let me tell you, you being from Ladakh, and let me tell you, the people of Ladakh are very loving and very fair people, and very helpful during the war. I still remember the first information that was given to us about the Pakistani intruders was from a Ladakhi shepherd who saw these people on 3rd May, and he informed the army post nearby that he has seen some, different people in black salwar suits carrying weapons with them on this peak. So the first information was given by Ladakhis themselves, and they were Ladakhis who were, ready to lift our loads. There, that time, our civilian porters were not available, but Ladakhis volunteered to carry heavy loads of ammunition for us to the top, so that the soldiers could fight their, fight the war effectively. So I really salute the people of Ladakh and for their, firmness and helpfulness, during the war. And every time they have stood with us. I sometimes I feel, slightly, bad what I see happening in Ladakh today. But I pray to God that all becomes normal and we get back our people of Ladakh to us, and everything goes fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for all this. I have one more question for you. Can I ask?
Yeah. Yes.
What's your opinion about the pivotal role played by the local people of Kargil in winning the 1999 Kargil War? And how is Ladakh strategically important for India in the terms of economic, in terms of any natural species or anything you have observed, sir?
Okay. First part of the questions, I've already answered. I'll take your second part. How is Ladakh strategically important to us? See, Ladakh is very strategically important to us because there we have also Sechin Glacier, in which we have opposite that we have Pakistanis, and the other side we have the Chinese who have they built up across that border. So we have two enemies, in that area, eyeing for Ladakh. We have been able to get into some sort of a peace agreement with the Chinese people so that peace prevails in Ladakh. And they are strategically important roads which are leading to Sechin Glacier and further beyond through Ladakh. That's why Ladakh is very important to us. And that's why you also see Zojila Tunnel, we are taking out a route through the tunnel so that the all administrative moves toward Ladakh remains, active throughout the year. Have I answered your question, please?
Yeah, I hope you got your answer, Fatima.
Fatima,
Yes, sir,
I'll
I
add,
got it. Thank you, sir.
Fatima, I'll add one more thing. Each inch of land of this country is strategically important for us.
Wow, wonderful.
So don't take it that it is only, other thing. The respect of even 1 inch of land for this country is strategically important for us.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Once again, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fatima. Next is Zara Hakivali from Goa. Zara from Goa.
Good afternoon to all the dignitaries present here. My question, I am Zara Kiwale from St. Joseph High School, Uskaw, Goa, South District. My question to you is, how has receiving the Gallantry Award changed your life or perspective?
Okay, Zara, now the question you asked is how does receiving Gallantry Award change your perspective? When we join the Indian Army as a soldier, we join it for the valor, for the integrity, honor of this country. So, my perspective before getting a Gallantry Award and after getting a Gallantry Award does not change. It is same. It is a recognition of my work, that's all. But my perspective and my life will always remain same. We are not affected by recognition. Of course, it comes as a personal happiness to you for a small thing, but leave that to it. Otherwise, it does not change our perspective that after getting award we will become bigger or something. Nothing. Our perspective remains same. Thank you.
Okay, I will now tell you, how I received the Gallantry Award. After the Kargil war had finished, on 14th of August, actually, I did only my job. My job was to drive away
15 के आसपास आ गए होंगे।
that place.
Ananya, please switch off your mic. Mute yourself. Ananya.
Okay, when I got this, I didn't know that I will get this award at all. And I had just done my duty during the Kargil war, and whatever awards have to be given by the higher ups. You don't even come to know. It was only on 14th of August, one day before the 15th August Independence Day, that my boss rang me up, because one day evening before the list comes out, and he rang me up and told me, "Pava, do you know that you've got Veer Chakra?" Oh, that was a surprise for me. I was never expecting this award at all, but it came as a big surprise to me. And you think, I changed after getting that award? No, not at all. I got that award while doing my duty, and government recognized my, duty and gave me that award. Only thing that has changed, after getting award is that I get to be invited, to talk to people like you after getting Veer Chakra. If I didn't get Veer Chakra, I wouldn't be talking to you. I've been able to talk to you because I've been awarded Veer Chakra, and these people, call us, to share our opinions with you. Thank you.
Ma'am, Ananya.
Next is Ananya from Haryana.
नमस्कार, मैं अनन्या पीएम श्री राजकीय वरिष्ठ माध्यमिक विद्यालय खोरी, जिला रेवाड़ी, हरियाणा से कक्षा 10वीं की छात्रा। महोदय, मैं आपसे कुछ प्रश्न पूछने के लिए यहाँ उपस्थित हुई हूँ। मेरा पहला प्रश्न कुछ इस प्रकार है महोदय। महोदय, हमारी भारतीय सेना के देशभक्त नौजवान भी हमारे जैसे साधारण इंसान होते हैं, किंतु युद्ध के दौरान हमारे सैनिकों में जीत का जज्बा कैसे आता है? हम भी आम इंसान हैं और वो भी आम इंसान हैं, उनमें जीत का जज्बा कैसे आता है? कृपया करके हमारे सैनिकों के जीत के जज्बे और उनकी भावनाओं का वर्णन करें।
ओके। अनन्या, आपने कहा कि हम साधारण इंसान हैं। हम
Yes, sir.
और वो भी साधारण इंसान है। हम
Yes, sir.
भारत निवासी हैं, भारत के रहने वाले हैं। ये हमें साधारण से असाधारण बना देता है। ये हमें बहुत ताकतवर बना देता है जिस देश के हम रहने वाले हैं। इस देश में सदियों से इस चीज का आप देखें, जितने भी हमारे ट्रुप्स हैं, सोल्जर्स हैं, वो हमेशा जज्बे से लड़ते हैं क्योंकि वो देश की रक्षा करते हैं और सच्चाई और सत्य के साथ खड़े होते हैं। जो
Yes, sir.
दूसरे लोग हैं हमारे पड़ोस में, और जितने भी उन्होंने ऑपरेशन किए हैं, उन्होंने धर्म के आधार पे किए कि वैली में जम्मू कश्मीर पे कब्जा कर लेंगे। हिंदुस्तान का इंसान इसलिए लड़ता है और इस जज्बे से लड़ता है कि वो भारत की एक एक इंच की रखवाली करेगा। तो वो जज्बा इतना बड़ा है, वो झूठ पर नहीं है, वो सच्चाई के ऊपर है। नंबर 2, आपने बोला कि जवानों में और सब में हम में जीत का जज्बा कैसे आता है। जब हम अपनी फौज में ज्वाइन करते हैं तो हम ट्रेनिंग करते हैं। ट्रेनिंग
Yes,
करने
sir.
से जितनी अच्छी ट्रेनिंग होगी, आप उतना ताकतवर महसूस करते हो आपको, चाहे वो फिजिकली हो, चाहे हथियार के साथ हो, चाहे किसी भी काम में हो। और हम लोग अपने जवानों, पब्लिक के साथ और जनता के साथ मिलके काम करते हैं। हम आप जैसे साधारण परिवारों से आते हैं, जैसे आप हो, हम भी ऐसे ही परिवार से आए। लेकिन जब हम अपने भारत की सेना में ज्वाइन करते हैं या भारत की नेवी में ज्वाइन करते हैं, तो हम उस समय असाधारण बन जाते हैं, क्योंकि हम इस देश के, हमारे ऊपर भारत माता का सीधा आशीर्वाद होता है। वो हमें इतना वो बना देता है कि हम जो है उसके बाद जीत क्या, मतलब जब आप एक यूनिट में ज्वाइन करते हो तो उस यूनिट का नाम निशान वो इतनी बड़ी चीज होती है, सारे उसी से प्रेरित होते हैं। तो हम किसी
Sir,
भी समस्या को, हाँ, या
मेरा दूसरा प्रश्न है कि मुझ जैसे अनेक विद्यार्थी देशभक्ति की भावनाओं से ओतप्रोत हैं। हम भी भारतीय सेना का हिस्सा बनना चाहते हैं। क्या कोई ऐसा माध्यम या जरिया जिससे हम सैनिकों की जीवन शैली या कार्यशैली से विद्यार्थी जीवन में ही परिचित हो सके?
ये सवाल पहले आंसर हो चुका है। मैंने बताया किस तरह से क्या क्या एंट्रीज हैं, ब्रिगेडियर बावा ने भी बताया टेक्निकल स्कीम के बारे में। तो ये सब आप कर सकते हो। इस समय सबसे बड़ा काम जो कर सकते हो पढ़ाई करना। आप पढ़ाई
Yes, sir.
करो, नॉलेज करो, अपने टीचर्स से नॉलेज ले लो। बहुत कम टाइम है, आप दोबारा स्कूल में नहीं जाओगे। तो इस
Yes, sir.
स्कूल में इस समय पढ़ाई करना सबसे बड़ा काम कर सकते हो। ये सब बाद में आता है, सब हो जाएगा।
धन्यवाद सर आपके मार्गदर्शन के लिए।
Thank you, Harsh. What's your name?
Thank you, Ananya. Next is Harshita Sahu from Madhya Pradesh.
Jai Hind, sir. Myself, Harshita Sahu, student of class 10 from school Subhas Excellence, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. And congratulations on your gallantry award, sir. And it's an honor to have you. And my question is, from your experience, what example have you seen where effective coordination between Army, Navy, and Air Force made a decisive impact?
Okay, I'll just tell you where this Air Force, Navy, and Army, coordinated their, operations and achieved success. The glaring example is 1971 war, in which all the three services participated: Army, Navy, and Air Force. And we had blocked the Karachi airport also by the Navy. Army had gone into Bangladesh and created East Pakistan that time, and created a new country called Bangladesh. And we had more than 90,000 Pakistanis as PWs, prisoners of war, 90,000 Pakistanis who laid down the arms in front of us. What a shame for a country, to lay down the arms in front of another army. And still, Pakistanis, always, talk of, war with India. they are no match to us. And this is the one war where all the three forces took part together. And now, recent one was Operation Sindhur, where again all the three services were, mobilized, and they were occupying their respective positions. Luckily for Pakistan, that the operations finished after 4 days. Otherwise, you would have seen the Navy also getting into action. Here, mainly Army and Air Force took part in Operation Sindhur, whereas Navy was battle ready in the coast next to Karachi. So these are the two glaring examples which I can tell you about the three services coordination. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Harshita. Anyone from Mizoram? Roddy from Mizoram? Is she able to ask her
Yes.
question?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rodila Saiklangi, and I'm studying class 9 in Government Mizo High School. And my question is, how do ordinary citizens show bravery in everyday life, and what does courage means to you?
You're talking about courage, is it?
Yes, sir.
You see, what is courage? Courage is nothing but overcoming your fear. You are fearful for something, and suppose you overcome that, you become courageous. There are two types of courage. One is the physical courage, and one is the moral courage. I will give you examples of both physical courage and moral courage so that you understand these two things better. See, during my NDA days, when we were doing our training in National Defense Academy, we had a test called 7-meter jump from the swimming pool. From 7 meter, we were supposed to jump straight and to pass the test. And it was compulsory to pass this. Otherwise, you are not promoted to the next term. We had an officer, cadet, who was very scared of jumping from 7 meters. The moment he used to look down, he would step back. But what did the instructors do? All those who were reluctant to jump, every day they were made to go to the swimming pool and jump. Initially they were pushed, and slowly they started jumping on their own. And over a period of 1 month, they overcome this fear of height and were able to jump from the 7 meter as others were doing. So this is overcoming fear. So they became courage. This is a physical courage. Moral courage, I'll give you one example. During the Kargil war, initially when my first attack went and it failed, and we lost about 1 JCO and 5 other ranks. My brigade commander, who was the boss, he wanted me to fix that company commander who was there, who lost his 1 JCO and 6 other ranks. I went on to that company and spoke to them and asked them what was the reason. They told me, sir, we were told just 3 to 4 people will be there, but there were 7 medium machine guns which fired at us. And it was none of our fault. So I realized that it was none of their fault. So when I came down and met the brigade commander, he told me to fix that company commander, and punish him. I said, no, sir. He did what I told him to do, and I did what you told me to do. If anybody has to be fixed, it is me. You fix me. I take the responsibility of all wrong that happened, due to which we lost 1 JCO and 5 other ranks. That was the moral courage to own up a mistake, maybe committed by somebody else, but I owned up. this particular event did not, my brigade commander actually really started respecting me for owning up and taking this responsibility. My troops also never expected me to take this responsibility for this action. They also, had a lot of respect for me. So this is what moral courage is. So both physical and moral courage are different, and this is very important for everybody. And if I was fearful that something will happen to me, I will get, maybe court-martialed or something, then I would not have said this. But I was not fearful. I had overcome my fear. I was prepared. Even if I am court-martialed, let it be. So, but nothing happened to me. Instead, I earned a Veer Chakra, a gallantry award after the war. Have I made it clear? Anything else?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rodi.
Anybody else? Okay, fine. Is there anyone else who wants to ask anything? Fine. Thank you very much for joining us. And in fact, it's been a great session with Brigadier Bawa and Colonel Vijayan being here and interacting with all of you, Pan-India. On behalf of the Ministry of Defense, I really am thankful to all the state nodal officers, the Ministry of Education, and the coordinated efforts of theirs for getting all of you together on this webinar forum. And once again, thank you very much. Do well and do very hard, very strongly participate in VeerGatha 5. Okay. Thank you very much and wish you all the best. Let the best ones come to the Super 100. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Good session.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.